Welcome in, everyone, to another Amusement Park Pirates podcast. This is our season 1 finale episode, and we thank you all for joining us tonight. Moving along towards this evening, we have a whole lot of theme park news and updates to talk about, so let's get into it. So, first and foremost, we have some very special guests joining us this evening. Please help us welcome. Returning once again, we have Tony O'Tower. We also have Andy from Coaster FAQs and our very own Disney with Matthew. So um, feel free to tell our viewers where they can find you and any new content to check out.
Wait, sorry to interrupt, but is anybody else hearing the echo?
Yeah, we hear the echo.
I have a question, but does anybody else have a second device that has volume on it? If so, would it be possible to mute?
Yeah. That would be me.
Thank you.
One moment.
Let's go ahead and start off with Tony O'Tower.
Hey everybody, I am Tony O'Tower. It is an absolute pleasure being here. So thank you for the invite, Amusement Park Pirates. And I realized that I have not been very active on YouTube just because of how busy the holiday seasons have been. However, outside of the holidays, I do enjoy doing live art requests on my YouTube channel called Tony O'Tower. And I also have an absolutely wonderful time dropping in with a bunch of Telltale trivia. So if Hollywood studio live streams are your thing, live art requests are your thing, and of course Telltale trivia nonstop, be sure to introduce yourself to me, and I would love to talk to you about the Hollywood Tower Hotel. Heck yeah, let's get this party going.
All right, let's do Disney with Matthew.
All right. Hey guys, thank you for having me. Disney has always been such a big part of my life. My parents and my older sister got me into Disney, and when I was really young, I remember watching Disney Channel shows like The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, That's So Raven, Kim Possible, The Proud Family, Hannah Montana, Wizard of Waverly Place, Phineas and Ferb, and I even watched Playhouse Disney, which is now Disney Junior. Disney was just always there in my house growing up. I was also obsessed with Disney movies, both on Disney Channel and home videos. Pixar movies really stuck with me. The Incredibles, Finding Nemo, Toy Story 1 and 2, Up, Ratatouille, and Cars. And I loved the classical music like the Lion King, the Aladdin, Little Mermaid, Hercules, Beauty and the Beast, Pocahontas, The Hunchback of Notre Dame, Tarzan, and later Frozen. Those movies shaped my love for storytelling and music.
So, any new content to check out?
Any new content? Not really at the moment. I've just been busy with life and everything that's going on, but I try to manage to put some videos in and streaming for games, and I'm just trying to like see how this this community works and try to see if I could build this to 1K for 1,000 subscribers. And right now I have 74 subscribers, and I'm gonna try to like shuffle different types of live streaming. Like one night could be video games, one night could be a theme park vlog or streaming. But I'm gonna try to keep growing this channel, and just gonna keep asking for to subscribe to my channel. But one thing I will do, like just like do some trivias, and all the Disney trivias, Halloween, all that, I'm gonna try to see if I can build this community.
Very nice. And Andy,
Yes. Hello. I am.
what's going on your channel?
Oh well. Well, I do want to say before I explain what Coaster Facts is all about, that I will say that was me with the echo interference. I had my TV was also that I have in my living room was playing the live stream, so I apologize for that first off. But what Coaster Facts? Me and my friend started Coaster Facts back in 2018. We're not that very big. We're very close hitting our hitting our 1,000 subscriber mark. But what we basically do is just go all across the country to different amusement parks, do reviews for them, and sometimes we go to roadside attractions um like for example we go to museums and all that stuff, extra stuff.
Very nice. And you can follow us here on Amusement Park Pirates. You can follow us here on YouTube. You can also follow us on our socials, Blue Sky, Instagram, Threads, Facebook, Twitter. And we are so happy to have all of our guests joining us. So thank you again and for coming. Some of you is your very first time coming, and some is coming again. So appreciate everyone here. Greatly appreciate. Also, we have a few familiar faces to is as well. So let's first start off by welcoming Buzz Lightyear fan. Welcome in. Let's
Hey,
see.
Buzz.
We have Patrick Julian. Welcome in. He
Hey,
says,
Pat.
"Good evening, my fellow mods. Good to see you." Murray's Adventures, another guest, which will be coming later in the show. He is unfortunately dealing with sound, so um, let's see. We got Jim Wilson in the house. Good to see you, Jim. He says, "Good job, Matthew." And we also have Magic Adventures, Mike and Jen. Good to see you both.
Hey.
Let's see. I think that's it. So, let us first begin by talking about the situation that Disney announced, and that is the deal with Disney versus AI. And this is from a post on Scott Gustin. Great follow on the socials. Oops. There we go. Great follow on the socials. He mentioned from Disney saying that the agreement will make a selection of fan-inspired short videos available to stream on Disney Plus. Disney will also become a major customer of OpenAI, including of its API to build products, tools, experiences, and more. He also mentions here that the agreement includes more than 200 animated masked and creature characters from Disney, Marvel, Pixar, and Star Wars, including costumes, props, vehicles, and iconic environments. But the release says the agreement does not include any talent, likeness, or voices. So let me go around and share your guys' thoughts on this statement from, Disney themselves and Scott Dustin.
I think AI, with Disney, with the whole different things, the AI. I don't really technically use AI, like the OpenAI, but my perspective, none of my family don't use AI. Like, we just only use it when I need help with something, or taking notes and stuff. Like, that's what we can do. And in Disney, I know they want to do AI stuff, but I know they have millions of dollars to build an AI for like animatronics or any rides or something that Disney can actually do, for the future rides, and pretty much that's what Disney can do.
Right.
All right. So when it comes to the AI, I have some pretty strong opinions, which I will keep to myself. However, I personally find the AI to be rather fascinating, especially if you can especially going off of what Matthew said about having characters being able to talk and speak in real time, and the ability to have AIs within animatronics. What I would absolutely love is if Disney can use the open AI infrastructure and actually implement it into some of the anime characters that you could, and that way you can speak to some of your characters on a virtual Zoom or video call in real time, and the animatronics can speak to you as if you're talking to ChatGPT, but Disney-fied. I also find the AI to be a little rough, especially as somebody who is a traditional animator and who happens to be in the design industry. I do feel that the AI is definitely taken away from the human aspect of animation if it gets pushed too far. However, as an animator myself, I I have been using this app called Solo lately, where I have a solo animated character. This way I can make this way I can have this way I can have Solo doing like the really rough leg work of the frame by frame animation, where I can focus on the concept and the idea itself. I will definitely be showing some of my examples eventually. But on the subject, but going back to the subject, I personally find that if Disney uses the AI just right, that it can make the Goldilocks zone of both human integration and both AI, where the humans are not forced to do all this busy work. The AI can do the busy work, where the humans where creators can focus on doing all the creativity instead. That's my opinion.
What about you, Andy?
Well, personally, I don't think it's a good idea for Disney to be doing the AI. Mainly because I think it takes away the like Tony just said. I think it takes away from the creativity of actual animators instead. And those, I just feel like it's the lazy way to go. Like, why would you ask a computer to animate something for you if you can actually get real animation from a human being? But AI itself, I'm just not a big fan of it. Um, not to the point where, oh my gosh, Skynet from Terminator is going to become real. I don't think it's that advanced yet, but um, just for topic's sake, I'm going with what Tony said though, and that would be I think it's taking away the creativity of actual animators that work for Disney, whether it be the channel movies, anything. I just don't like the way they're you having the use AI to for something that they can have an actual person do.
Right. I think it honestly kind of takes the point away from being like what you said, Andy, the animation behind Disney themselves. This is what Disney was founded upon. It was their animation. And so I really feel that Um, we've seen, this AI stuff pop up all over the place, especially with Disney. I've seen it on TikToks, I've seen it on uh, various YouTube shorts, Facebook reels, and it's kind of grown as a popularity to really kind of provoke saying, you know, AI is here, if you will. So I'm not really a fan of this, to be honest. And I honestly think that um, it really just it really doesn't and focus on what Disney is all about, and that is making magic and fantasy stuff. So um, let's see. Let's turn it over to the chat. What do you guys think on this? Mary says, "Well, AI is amazing, but I think it takes away the original feeling of Disney."
Yeah,
I agree, Murray.
I agree.
Let's see. Magic Adventure says we AI to help create our description, but Disney needs to keep with Imagineers. Exactly. I mean, to put more into this subject, as creators, we typically use AI to, search up, write a, an SEO friendly description for our channels and during live streams or any videos. I mean, which is great and all, but Disney needs to keep with, like I mentioned with Magic Adventures, really needs to keep away from this. So I definitely agree with Magic Adventures. Mary's Adventures also mentions that I think we are at that stage in life. AI is very much needed. Yes, indeed.
Mhm.
Um, let's see. Mary's Adventure says AI is making it difficult to differentiate real life. And Magic Adventure says I try to create my own description, then have AI improve on it and try to notice the difference for when I create my next description or anything I wrote. I try to use it as a tool to improve. But then I'm a teacher and hate that we are not able to write in our own. I fear losing our language, which would lag to losing our culture altogether. I absolutely agree too. I mean, not just with our descriptions, but also in other real life problems as well, from other work benefits and classrooms. Um, Mary's Adventure says AI makes me feel like a hypocrite as I don't totally agree with it but use it. Exactly. Um, but I mean, honestly, it really, push comes to shove that um, whatever is happening at Disney, they really do not care. What they were originally known for, and that is making the magic for, not just on screen, but also in the parks too. So it's kind of a real setback, if you will. So, but let's see who has come in. Let's see. Um, let's see. Sanchez, good to see you. We will get to that in just a moment. And speaking of, I think it is that time that we move on to the next thing, which is a very sad news which came, which I just recently heard this afternoon, was that we have had a loss in this Disney community, and that person's name is Adam the Woo. Um, Not sure if you guys have heard of his name, but here is a photo of him taken in his younger years. Um, Adam was seems like a very amazing individual. I have not met him personally, but I have seen him on many videos on YouTube. He has graced us with his creativity and his videos, um, and he will be deeply missed by this incredible community we have. And so I'm just going to start off by saying that, um, Adam will be missed. And I felt like he just came from Disneyland Paris, where Mary's Adventures is, um, from Europe, and he was fine until earlier this morning when he didn't really woke up. Um, so, what are your guys' thoughts on the passing of Adam the Woo?
Tony, I'll let you go first.
I am absolutely devastated and gutted. Literally, what was really upsetting is I was like, I was on the bus coming home, and I was scrolling through Reddit, just doing my usual evening scroll. Then I saw news saying that Adam passed. I'm like, what the heck's going on? So I go on the Instagram, and literally I see everybody saying rip Adam, rip Adam. I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm still like, the shock still hasn't worn off, to be honest. And it is really just really gut wrenching and devastating seeing that somebody passed away so young, and it's like seeing that somebody so significant to the community is no longer around. I was like, it's just a very gutting experience.
Exactly.
All right, I didn't know that Adam the Blue just passed away. I didn't know about it until you guys told me just now, and I was been a fan for like many years. I think when I started watching his videos, because I I watched his videos because of Tim Tracker, because he was being in it in the videos. And I remembered, I was like, oh, let me check this channel out, and ever since I watched the Tim Tracker back in 2018, then and I watched Adam Lelou in 2018. So I became these biggest fans of these YouTube communities with Tim Tracker and Adam Lelou, and it's just very heartbreaking, since now he just passed away this morning. I was I was just like really it's shocked, and like I was about to like tear up a little bit on the stream, but I didn't want to because we have people coming on the chat, and I don't want that. So I was just really devastated. I'm like, what the heck? And I'm sad that Alan Lulu just passed away.
Well, I should have to say that again, I'm Disney with Matthew's book. I was devastated when I found out that Adam passed away, because he was one of the inspirations for mine and my friend's YouTube channel that we do. Because I was just scrolling through YouTube one day back in 28, yeah, like Matthew said, 2018. How I found the year I found Adam and Jacob the Carpetbagger and the Tim and Jen Tracker and Days with Jordan the Lion, and Justin Scarred, all of them. But he did, out of all of them, he he's the one of the inspirations for mine and my friend's channel. He went. I found the videos where he went to abandoned amusement parks, which back then when he filmed those videos, like 2010, 2011, way back before vlogger the daily vloggers were starting. Back then he did stuff that they don't do today, like you can't go in an abandoned amusement park without the property owner's permission and stuff. But he well his Disney videos and the videos where he goes to all the roadside attractions, he out and I loved his sense of humor in his videos. But again, I've also heard that Justin Scard, before I came on, I saw that Justin Scard posted on Facebook and Instagram that he lost a dear friend, and he's devastated as well. But from what I've understood from Days of, I don't know if any of you or anyone in the chat is familiar with the channel Days with Jordan the Lion, but he recently confirmed, I guess, that after he posted a video that he had on his channel yesterday about the decorations in Celebration, Florida. I guess after he posted it, he went in to take a nap and he just never woke up. But people are I guess the city of Celebration Police Department are investigating and what happened. But from what I've understood, I guess he had a blood clot that ruptured while he was sleeping. He was and from what also I understood, he again, like Tony said, he was very young. He was only 52 years old.
Yeah. And I guess my thoughts about him passing away today, I did not know until I think it was like 5 o'clock this afternoon. It was way before this stream ever happened. And I was like, oh my gosh, we just lost one of the most legendary people in this Disney community. Like, he was so loved by so many people, like many creators well known today, like, Justin Scard to Fresh Baked to Provost Park Pass. It is very sad to hear about this, and my heart goes out to his friends as well as his family, most importantly. We are in the week of Christmas, and during this holiday season, you know, it's a rough time, for sure. And just really sending my thoughts and prayers and condolences to his family, and during this Christmas season, and yeah, just honestly the most lovable person in this community. So, but let's see. Let me catch up with the chat. Magic Adventures says he was just inducted into Pete's Hall of Fame on Saturday. Nice. Oh, wow. I mean,
I'm not familiar with Pete's Hall of Fame. What is that? Magic Adventures?
It's a Pete
So,
McDavid show. Sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
So
Go ahead,
Pete
Ethan.
McDavid has I guess I can stop sharing. So Pete McDavid has this Hall of Fame that they do every year, or started this year, and it's for channels that go above and beyond. And what they do, I really do not know. And maybe Magic or any other person that was in King McDevitt's chat on Saturday. Um, it's basically like a Hall of Fame show to recognize uh, the greatest streamers, and I guess he was inducted or nominated, and he won a Hall of Fame member. So, um, let's see. Um, Murray's Adventures says, I didn't know much about him. Have heard his name pop up a few times. The community has lost a legend, but Walt has gained a friend. Absolutely love that, Murray. He now gets to join Walt Disney. Let's see. Magic Adventures says they don't know the cause of death yet.
Oh, I will. Thank you for saying that, Magic Adventures. What I said was just from people saying whatever it was online. So, until they say what happened, I do that. Yeah, until they say what happened, how we actually passed. It I understand, but I was just saying from what other people were saying online. So until you hear something from like someone official, that is correct.
Yeah. Buzz Lightyear. Um, Mary's Adventure says 400 plus thousand subs that he showed how that shows how loved he was in this community. Yeah, I think he has like over 7,000 subs for Adam the Woo. So
Even more
very
if you count
amazing community.
even more if you count
What
his
was that,
second
Andy?
channel. That oh, I was saying if you have even more if you count his second channel that he did for a while, the Daily Woo, where he did daily uploads.
Yeah. Let's see. Magic Adventure says, I have to go to sleep. Have a wonderful and peaceful evening. Have a great night, Magic. Thanks for
It was nice.
Bye, Magic.
hanging out with us.
It was nice seeing you. It was nice seeing you today, Magic Adventures. Have a good night.
Magic Adventure says the Pete McDevitt Show has been as a Disney Hall of Fame. This was the 10th year. Creators, mods, viewers who give to the community. You are voted in you are voted in your peers. Very cool. Park Rose, welcome in. Good to see you, Lawrence.
Hi.
He says the Disney YouTube
Park Rose.
series of recognition was started many years ago and has inducted 314 total members. Adam was 314. He was the very last member to be inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Mm.
Yeah, Park Rose says that the Daily Woo channel is 745,000 subs. That is a very big number. But welcome in, Park Rose. Speaking of, just wanted to read this comment here on a very special evening. Park Rose, one of our moderators, was also inducted on Saturday. So congratulations to Lawrence. Give a little confetti for you. So congratulations to Lawrence. And welcome in as well. Alrighty, so let's move on to um, another um, another kind of sad moment, but on a little happier note. And that is, according to Scott Gustin, we have received news that the Rock and Roller Coaster will be starting to be will be closing on March 2nd, 2026. The last day of operations would be on March 1st. And then the Muppets will be taking over in summer 2026. So what do you closure of Rock and Roller Coaster?
Okay, so like Rock and Roller Coaster is like one of my favorite Disney rides of all time, and I really like rock and roll music, and I did really like the vibe of the Aerosmith of Rock and Roller Coaster at Hollywood Studios. But like all the energy, the loud music, the loops, the crazy thrills, the launch, and I really liked the launch because it's really really smooth, and the thing is like I really like Aerosmith so much, and I'm a big fan of it because for so many years, it's been like I think like 10 years or something, or 20, I don't know, but Rock and Roller Coaster starring Aerosmith got when I first wrote it, and like when I was a kid, that giant guitar and the piano got me really. It got my attention, and Rock and Roller Coaster was part of my life. That was one of my top number ones of these rides on top number one rides in all of Walt Disney World, and I'm sad that it's closing on March 2nd, and I'm hoping to get one last ride before it's changing to the Muppets and starting Dr. Teeth and Electric Mayhem. And I have a lack of interest of the Muppets taking over Rock and Roller Coaster. I know everything is going to be the same in the ride and the same layout, but they're going to change the different pre-show, and they're going to add that animatronics and in the pre-show, but they're going to have the same track, the same vehicle, but everything is not going to be the same when when Rock and Roller Coaster is starting. Muppets opens next year in summer. So I really have a lack of interest of Rock and Roller Coaster and Muppets.
I so for me personally, when it comes to Rock and Roller Coaster, I make a little crushed that I'm just a little crushed, given the fact that Disney is removing another ride without a direct tie to an IP, which doesn't really have a good, which isn't full board well for the Hollywood Tower Hotel, which has an IP outside of the Disney bubble. So because of how the roller coaster is being rethemed to the Muppets, which is a Disney IP, I am mainly concerned about the future and the fate of the Hollywood Tower Hotel, especially given its its own IP, and as a ride that's very near and dear to me, along with It's a Small World after all.
Well, I never got to ride Rock and Roller Coaster in its current version, but I have I have high hopes of what they're doing. I mean, I'm a little still upset about them shutting down Muppet Vision 3D, but from what I've heard, it's still gonna be incorporated in the park somehow. The film itself, not the building, because that's turning into the Monsters Inc. Door coaster where you're on the doors. But um, I have I have high hopes for the Rock and Roller Coaster starring Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem Band. So, again, I never rode the ride in its current version, but I have high hopes of what they might be doing with it in here. But um, I do, but also don't want. I also don't like the fact that they're getting rid of IPs, like Tony said. Uh, IPs they don't own because they are Twilight Zone is CBS property, and they're still paying licensing fees to keep the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror at Hollywood Studios. So I do agree with her that it is possibly on the chopping block because they did get rid of the version at California Adventure to make room for Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout.
Yeah, and might I just say that I have not ridden this ride, Rock and Roller Coaster, um, but I'm honestly very looking forward to having the Muppets be a part of this. Um, and I know many people are a little upset at me saying this, but I absolutely um, honestly withstand that this ride does need a little adjusting or updates. From what I've seen on YouTube streams and other POV videos that other people have mentioned, but it's like we do need more Muppets in the parks. Andy was just saying with now the loss of Muppet Vision 3D at Hollywood Studios and what once was Muppet Vision 3D, formerly Mickey's PhilharMagic at DCA. Um, we don't really have a lot of Muppets in the parks. We only have like the only Muppets we have is at Disneyland for a water show, during the 70th. And once after that's gone, what else is left of the Muppets? So, I mean, I actually am kind of a fan of, um, this new roller coaster starring the Muppets. Um, and I do hope that my only concern is that they hope and I hope that Disney does a good job in doing this. Um, they have done in the past rides or shows that have not done so well. Like for example, the new Better Together in Animal Kingdom. I've heard very negative reviews about it online, and I mean, honestly, again, I don't have not seen the show in person, but I honestly can say that um, I hope that Disney can do their will and making this update a a smoother and more enjoyable experience for guests.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Like, since you mentioned, as you mentioned the Zootopia show, like I heard it's like okay and bad, and I totally agree because the Animal Kingdom with Tree of Life, and I really miss a Tough to Be a Bug, which is that used to be at both parks at Disneyland, California Adventure, and Walt Disney World. But that was one of my favorite attractions in Disney World. At Animal Kingdom, that was like truly one of my favorites. And I never seen the show in person. Like I had not been in Animal Kingdom for like 2 months. Oh no, 3 months. Sorry. and I heard it's really bad, and I totally agree. And I saw on social media and the reviews, and I I like disagree with Disney with what they did with It's Tough to Be a Bug.
Right.
I get where you're coming from too, Matthew, because when I first found out they were shutting down It's Tough to Be a Bug and replacing it with Better You Getter, I was thinking, why are you putting it in a place that doesn't make sense for them to be underneath the tree? Because the whole point of It's Tough to Be a Bug is they're bugs and they live underneath the tree of life. But how the heck did everyone, the whole cast of Zootopia, get underneath the tree? It didn't. It just didn't make sense to me in my head why they would explain, because they don't really explain why they're underneath there.
Yeah.
Right. I really like this comment by Park Rose. He says that here's the issue. When you have attractions like Rise and Guardians, everything after it will be compared to those attractions. He says not every attraction is built to be an e-ticket attraction. Exactly, Lawrence. And I mean, to be honest with you, um, you know, I forgot my train of thought, um,
E-ticket
but yeah, I'm
attraction.
totally honest. What was that, Matthew?
Well, it was me. I was saying e-ticket
Oh,
attraction because you said you lost your train of thought.
um, I exactly agree with Park Rose. I mean, Rise, The Resistance, Guardians of the Galaxy, Cosmic Rewind, two of the best rides that Disney has ever created. I mean, come on, like there's nothing compared to those two rides. Um, and like Lawrence was saying, um, you know, but I really do hope that, as I stated before, that I hope that Disney does a really great job with this, and I hope that it will bring a new generation of Muppet fans um, when they ride this ride. Um, so, um, let's see. Park Rose also says right now what's important to remember is that the parks are not being built for this generation, but it's being built for the next generation. Yep,
Yeah.
I agree.
Super agree with you, Lawrence.
I agree as well because um I know this sounds cliche, but it is like Walt said in his um opening of Disneyland speech, it will never be complete. Neither of the parks will be complete. So there he was, and it was to celebrate not just the generation of the '50s that were there when Disneyland opened in '55, but for the next generation, the generation after that, and the generation after that, and so on.
May I please add something real quick? Going off
Sure,
what
go
both
right
Go
ahead.
ahead, Tony.
Matthew and Lon said, I personally find that a rather interesting take, especially when it comes especially when it comes to the attractions today. And right now, there might be some attractions and changes that are happening to the parks that we might find absurd, but the generation after us might absolutely love them, and they'll definitely be classics. And they'll very likely be classics of this next generation, such as Mission Breakout, Rise of Resistance, and of all things, Better Together from Zootopia. Even if what we see today, and even if what we find really off-putting today, it is very likely catering to the tastes of the next generation, which might have extremely different tastes and preferences than what we do right now.
Right.
Right.
All right. So let us move on. We can talk about all this all day, but I do want to talk about. We'll get back into the Disney slate later, but I just saw a another post from Scott Gustin um, that this is actually from Boardwalk Times, um, saying that Universal is planning in the planning stages of building a new theme park in Saudi Arabia. The park might be financed by a Saudi government-backed, identity as a part of a license deal with Universal, and um, this is the supposedly the advertisement.
We'll create unforgettable memories. Universal Studios Dubai Land. The world's most exciting experience comes to the most exciting place on the planet.
So, what is your guys' thoughts on all this?
Well, I do want to point out that yet that the ad we just saw was for a project they tried to do in the late 2000s. That was also supposed to be built in Saudi Arabia. Called make sure to build the ark and then figure out the rest later. From that's actually from when the first time they tried to build a Universal in Saudi Arabia called Universal Dubai Land. But I'm surprised they're trying to do it again. Um, because I mean I'm not surprised they're trying to do Universal Dubai Land again because with the recent opening of Six Flags Qiddiya in also in the same country as Saudi Arabia. But I'm I mean they're apparently Universal's busy right now because while the amusement park industry in general is busy with the recent openings and planned and the building plans because we got the new announcement that they're building trying to do Universal Studios Dubai Land again and the Universal's Great Britain. I'm not sure if that's the official name yet, but Universal just broke ground on the Universal Great Studios Great Britain theme park that's going to be opening in 2030. And then you have the most recently opened the Six Flags Qiddiya, which has the world's longest, tallest, and fastest roller coaster in the world, Falcon's Flight. But I'm not really I'm not really surprised that big corporations are trying to build other parks in the in other countries, especially Saudi Arabia.
All right. I think I agree with you, Coaster Andy, and you know, I think it's a great option to put Universal in Dubai and in Saudi Arabia, and like same thing with Disney. They're gonna put that one in Dubai too, and I think it's gonna be like opening like by the time Disney and Universal like 2030 or 31 or 32. something like that. But I read about the new Dubai land for Universal, and I think it's going to be pretty good expectation of these parks, and how much they're going to pay for the investment, and I'm really excited for for Universal to open up and in Dubai, and I'm hoping it's going to be a great park in Dubai, and hopefully Disneyland Dubai as well. So yeah, Tony.
Well, I guess I'll share my thoughts, and then I think Tony as well. My thoughts on all this is that again, like Disney with Matthew said, now that Disney has recently announced uh, Disney Abu Dhabi, which is
Dubai.
in Saudi Arabia.
Mhm.
Universal's thinking, that could possibly be a good place to, be the next theme park right after the United Kingdom. Because, as I also was scrolling the chat, Murray's Adventures mentions that works for a Universal Studios underway here in UK with an estimated opening in 2030. Well, maybe that's the direction that Universal might go after the United Kingdom because, supposedly we only have this advertisement which was filmed, as I was reading, it was filmed at Universal Orlando, I believe, in 2016. I believe. And recently we got this photo from Scott Gustin saying, make sure to build the arch and then figure out the rest later. But yeah, the United Arab Emirates, is slowly becoming, the tourism state as well, not just, um, you know, the U.S. parks here and here. Um, so let's see, catching up with the chat here. Lawrence says Dubai Land would have been in 2016. UAE is becoming the hotspot for tourism, so it makes sense for Universal to head that way. I agree. Oh my god, Disney cast crew member Monique, good to see you. Welcome in. She says hello there.
Hi, Monique.
Hey, Monique. Oh, and we got Tony. So, what are your thoughts about Dubai Land coming to for Universal in Dubai?
Let me be very honest. I am hoping that Universal creates another version of the Hollywood Tower Hotel, because what Dubai really needs is a 199-foot drop tower at the Hollywood Tower Hotel. I'm not sure what kind of patents Disney has in Dubai when it comes to drop tower style rides, but I really hope that Universal can create their takes on the Tower of Town. Just because Universal has IP access to Frankenstein, and I can see them doing an entire Frankenstein land in Dubai, which I really hope happens. And I really hope that the theme parks begin. I really hope that in general, theme parks create drop tower rides, and also I'm just like really hyped up thinking that there's gonna be even more theme parks on this planet. That's my long story short. Thoughts about Universal Dubai.
Exactly.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Alrighty, and speaking of Universal, bringing it back to Hollywood, according to a post from Daytone, LA, Universal is getting ready for FanFest nights in 2026. And I just posted it just recently on my Instagram. And it basically shows the audition list for the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, a voice performer plus puppeteer, Super Nintendo World and articulated animation characters, a service person technician, as well as face characters, including animated characters 6'1" to 6'4", and 4 foot 5 inches and 5'2". So, what are your thoughts on this post that was shared to Instagram?
Oh, I would be interested in auditioning, but for the viewers that are not in the I'm in West Virginia, so there's no possible way I could get there to even audition it, even if I wanted to. But it sounds interesting.
I think my thoughts, since I don't live in the West Coast and I live in Florida and on the East Coast, and there's no possible way I can make it out to Universal Hollywood and do a performance over there and doing audition for it and 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 it costs money, to book a flight and and to live there, and it's just a whole overwhelming, stimulating of the audition and finding a house and stuff, and living in LA for Universal Hollywood. So that's yeah.
Right. My thoughts is, Universal is, since I do live in the West Coast, my opinion would be that, they are getting ready for Universal Fan Fest nights, which takes place in April this coming year, which we did cover it the first year, this past May. And so very looking forward to what could possibly be happening in Universal Hollywood Fest nights. According to this post, it really doesn't really say anything too much about what could possibly happen this year, but I do expect that probably it might be the same auditions as last year, which even though I have not seen the listings for last year's auditions for FanFest, so never know, but we'll see. What are your thoughts, Jody?
I'm honestly very excited for everybody who is able to make it to these auditions. I know it's an absolute big deal. And honestly, if Disney was having an audition to be a haunted bellhop, I'd be like, all right, let's get over there. There's something very special about being able to be and reenact a character that you absolutely love. While getting to immerse yourself in your favorite universe. That would be a dream come true.
Right. Before we move on, just wanted to catch up. Let's see. Disney crew cast member Monique said, "Be a really great experience to see it in Dubai. I guess I wonder what it will look like. I won't know to my surprise, so let's see what happens." I definitely agree, Monique. And Universal didn't really mention anything besides they just announced it automatically. They didn't provide a concept art or anything. So we'll have to see in the coming years. Let's see. Let's see here. Somewhere with Simon. Good to see you. Welcome in. He says the Hollywood Tower Hotel is number one.
That's
Absolutely.
Tony.
Nice.
Yeah.
Let's see. We got another new person coming in. He's in. He says hello. Good to see you, Stacy. Welcome in. Good to see you. Thank you, Buzz Lightyear fan. Very kind of you to say that. Let's see. Park Rose says Universal didn't announce it at all. There has been no official announcement as of yet. I guess he is kind of thinking about Dubai.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. So let us continue. So let's go back to Disney. And on the next topic, I went and streamed the 2025 Candlelight Processional a few weekends ago. And might I just say, I did have some very good things about it. And there were some very poor things about it. Due to the sake of timing, I will not mention any negative things because this is a positive space for everyone to enjoy. So I will be skipping some of the negative things that happened over the past few Saturdays ago. But this was my very first time doing this, and actually was from my live stream, and I think we did a really great job doing this processional. This was our view of the stage. Uh, Luckily, found a good spot to watch it, and it was very beautiful. The choirs, the orchestra, the celebrity narrators, which was Benjamin Bratt, the voice of Ernesto, was there. I easily gave kudos to everyone who worked on this. And it was very meaningful, especially because it is the true meaning of the holidays as well. So, what is your guys' thoughts on Candlelight if you guys have watched our stream?
Well, I wasn't in the Candlelight in your stream, but I have definitely watched it in Epcot streamers like like Scoot Adventures and I'm trying to think I'm trying to think of another streamer. I think Fun to Be Free, I think, or and then my friend Luke's theme park vlogs, he does stream as well, and he did that earlier today. So I never got a chance to watch the at Disneyland, so I didn't know about it, and so you just told us about it just now, and it's really cool, the Candlelight show.
I personally haven't seen it. I'm in the same boat as Matthew. I have seen it on bunch of Disney live streamers actually stream it a few times or just record it to upload it later. I've seen I haven't seen any of the recent ones this year, but past couple of years, I have seen the ones that I can't remember the celebrity narrators of them, but I am familiar with it, and I do think it is a neat looking experience. I would hope to see it in person one day.
It's very beautiful. I mean, this was my very first time doing Disneyland's Candlelight, and it was honestly a very life-changing experience, a very moving, more better word for it. Because originally in 1955, dating back, Walt Disney created this, and first was the celebrity guest narrator for this. And over the years, excuse me.
Are you okay?
Over the years, it has grown and evolved, and very, very recommend if you guys are planning on visiting Disneyland or even Epcot as well next holiday season. It is a must-do on your part as well. So,
I believe I hate to interrupt you, App, but like you said, Walt did have the idea of starting this back when the first year they did Christmas celebrations at Disneyland. I believe there was a holiday special he did for his show that's on YouTube if anyone's interested. It's called Holiday Time at Disneyland. It was in the 60s, and I believe that year they filmed the episode for his Wonderful World of Color for that episode. I believe the Candlelight Processional involved a human Christmas tree, which was a bunch of choir singers stacked up and like wedding cake style, like cake tiers in the shape of a Christmas tree.
right. Let's see. All Aboard with Blake also streamed it as well. Let's see. But yeah, it was a very fun stream, even though it was a little short. We think we had a good stream. Some of our moderators were in it as well. So thanks to everyone that has joined it and have viewed it over the past few weeks. Greatly appreciate the support. So let's move on to another set of Disney news. Cinderella Castle will be repainted starting in January. The project will start with the draining of the moat around the castle to prepare for painting. Once work begins, cranes will be lowered out of sight by noon each day. It is expected to be completed later next year. And we do have a date for the castle, and that is starting January 28th. Temporary entertainment adjustments include a modified Let the Magic Begin welcome show, Mickey's Magical Friendship Fair, and Happily Ever After will continue to be available with minor adjustments. Disney is moving faster than many expected and taking extra steps to minimize the visual impact of cranes around the castle. A win-win to get the original castle back. And so this was the artwork that Disney shared earlier this past August um, as well. So what are your guys' thoughts on the castle being repainted and um,
All right. So the castle, I really like the original design of the castle, like the blue and the white and gray. And my thoughts, like when it got my attention when I was a kid, going to Disney World for the first time, and and the Cinderella castle really inspired me, and and then it really make me happy, and I don't really like the gold and the blue. That's just like a little bit off, but I know it's for the celebration of the 50th anniversary of Magic Kingdom and the whole Walt Disney World Resort. But I really love the gold and the blue and white, and that was my ultimate favorite original castle of Cinderella's castle.
Well,
right?
I was gonna say glad that they're painting it back to its original colors before they painted it rose gold for the 50th anniversary back in 2021. Um, I'm gonna show my age here, and I say a few of the people in the chat are going to are also in my age group as well. First year I went to Disneyland was in 19 or not Disneyland, pardon me, Walt Disney World was 1996, the year of the Pepto Bismol birthday cake castle, which my mom, because I was only a year old when we went the first time. She said it was very ugly looking, but I'm glad that it's in the second visit, which was 99 when I was 4, it was the colors that is on the concept art now. That's original colors, gray, blue, and white, and a little bit of I do like the little bit touch up with the little gold that they're going to have on some of the on the spires for the top of the castle though.
All right. Let me be very honest about this castle revision. And here is my one word I gotta say about it. Boo! The reason I say boo is because the color pink is forever etched into my mind just because that is how I vividly recall the castle being bright neon pink. So, there it goes. So, when I look at that castle pink, all I can think about is the Hollywood Tower Hotel, and it's kind of sad, in my opinion, seeing yet another reminder of the Hollywood Tower Hotel disappearing from the Magic Kingdom. That's my honest take about the castle's color being changed.
Well, my thoughts on this castle getting changed. I mean, as a Disneylander myself, living in Southern California, I really do not get to have the opportunity to visit Walt Disney World only by live streaming. And I mean, might I just mention that? I mean, I get that castle decorations for the 50th are very special to some, but I do believe that here's my thoughts on over the past few Christmases until from like years ago, every Disney World has wished for those insane and amazing dream lights to be back on the castle. And might I just mention that once I've heard the news that this original castle was getting back, I almost had hope that, the you guys in Florida, who knows? For the 55th, you guys might, this might be your year of Disney bringing back the dream lights, those icicle lights that used to hang on Cinderella Castle. And so this really gives me a little hope that for one Christmas, I don't know if it's next Christmas or the following, that the dream lights do return, might make a return. Let's see. So what does everybody in the chat think? Disney crew member Monique says, that's what I'm excited about. The castle painting, cannot wait for it to happen. I like the castle decorations. No matter what it becomes, it's always magical all the time. I agree, Monique.
Well, you gotta remember, in 2035, it'll be having its or not 2020, not 2035, 2036. I apologize. It will be turning, or no, scratch that again. 2031 will be the resort's 60th anniversary, which, if you go by colors for the gems of what the anniversaries are, it will, I believe the 60th would be ruby, so it'd be probably incorporating a ruby-ish type color to the castle in 2031.
I unfortunately have to go. I unfortunately have to go for tonight, just because I have to wake up at the crack of dawn for work.
Sounds good, Tony.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
Once
Sorry,
again, so Tony, before you go, just wanted to joining us. Do you mind giving everyone what is your channel and any new content on the horizon for you?
Well, I want to thank you. I want to thank the camera. One moment, everybody. Well, I want to thank Amusement Park Pirates so much for hosting tonight, and thank you so much for an absolute wonderful season 1 of your podcast. I really had an amazing time listening to everybody and hearing everybody's thoughts and opinions. So when it comes to my new content, I'll mainly be doing live art requests in the new year. So definitely stay tuned if you ever have something that you want to be drawn, such as a pet, person, or place, or just something extremely random that you cannot get AI to generate. Be sure to come to one of my live art request streams, and I'll be drawing to the tune of your art requests. So definitely be sure to subscribe to Tony Hotel on YouTube, and we'll see you around. Thank you so much, everybody, and have an absolutely wonderful evening.
It was nice meeting you, Tony.
All right, see you later, Tony.
Night. See you on the other side.
Alrighty. So let us go ahead and let us open up to Q&A. So if anyone in the chat is, if there are any questions or anything that myself or my guests can answer, please put it down in the chat. thank you everyone for joining us tonight. Let's see. Let me try to go see if there's any missing comments. Somehow I missed this one. Monique says, I heard there is going to be a christening of the Disney Adventure Cruise in March of 2026.
Ooh,
Has anyone else heard about it?
no.
No, I did not. I'm not surprised they're building another ship, but I have and I don't know if I don't know if you have app or Matthew, but I haven't either, but or anyone in the chat, mind you, but I have never experienced a Disney cruise, so I don't know what the experience. I've seen it. I've seen a bunch of vloggers take some, like, for example, Tim and Jen Tracker, the Tracker family, because they're on Disney's media list and stuff because they live in not too far from Disney and Universal. I guess because they get trips from cruise trips from Disney all the time. But that's the only way I've experienced a Disney cruise in from watching people on YouTube. I've never been on one personally as of yet.
And I think, well, first of all, I have not.
Or apologize, my cat decided to hop on front of the camera.
So good.
Okay, Andy. We're all pet friendly here. So yeah, I have not been to a christening before, but I do hear that they are very nice, and again, but Disney invites people like in big influencers and stuff like that. So, I do hope. Excuse me. I do hope to go, hopefully one day, to a christening of a Disney ship. So let's see. Buzz Lightyear fan says, what I noticed is that only characters such as Jack Skellington, Sally from The Night Before Christmas, and the princesses are the only characters that talk. Everyone else uses like sign language. That's kind of a well-known fact, Buzz Lightyear fan. We've seen in the parks before that, fur characters like Mickey and Minnie, they usually they're like not trying to break the magic or anything, but they use their hands to talk and blink and stuff like that. But like Jack and Sally and everyone else, like the face characters, they etc. with talking. So let's see. Any other questions for our guests this evening, or feel free to post it in the chat.
I think I do have one question.
Go right ahead, Matthew.
If you don't mind, if one of my co-moderators, like, get to know me more and stuff, like, for Theme Park Giant, it's up to you, APP.
What about Theme Park Giant? Sorry.
I have a chat for like moderators, like a private group chat, and like since I don't know them and then they don't know me, like I know them a little bit and they know me a little bit, I just want to I want them to get to know me better and stuff. Like, if you don't mind.
Sure. I mean, we can do a little story time about
All right.
ourselves.
All right. Like like how they did with Theme Park Giant and Sierra and stuff. They tell a story about themselves.
Sure. Might as
Yeah.
well.
All right. Give me 1 second. All right. So go ahead. Sorry.
Monique has a question. Monique says, "Did you all see Zootopia 2 yet?" Yes, I did. I
I-
saw it last Friday. It was very good, might I just say. Um, Not going into spoilers or anything, but I kind of like the second one better than the first one,
Okay.
might I just say. How about anybody else?
Well, I'm going to say to answer their question. I have not seen it yet, but I have heard good things about it.
Same.
Nice.
Yeah. And then you so if I'll do like a long story if you don't mind, and then I'll end it right there. It sounds cool, APP.
I think because of due to timing, I think we
Yeah.
should probably start to kind of wind it down.
Okay.
So
Sounds good.
probably on another episode when you're on.
Sounds good. All right.
But let's see. But I do have a question actually.
Okay.
Um, and this is actually for the guests. Um, what do you guys have? Like, what are your traditions for like Christmas Eve or Christmas Day? And what do you guys like to do during this Christmas season? Since we're gaining upon um, this coming Wednesday and Thursday, Christmas Eve and Christmas Day.
Mm-hmm. Tomorrow, like on the 24th, I'm heading down on vacation to go see my family, and to my original hometown, which is called Miami, and that's where I'm from, and I'm gonna go visit my dad and spend time with him, and I need to like spend time with him more, and usually staying in Orlando. So I think it's gonna be a great option for me to just go down on vacation to visit my dad and stuff, and obviously on Christmas Day and Christmas Eve I'm gonna have like pork or ham for Christmas Eve, and it's like our Cuban tradition for that, and then my nationality is Hispanic and Cuban, so that's what I'm gonna be eating. And Christmas Day, I'm probably just gonna be wrapping up presents and like open it up too, and for my Christmas Day. So
Well,
Very nice.
um, usually we have Christmas Eve traditions. I don't have family that's like super far away, so I just usually stay in the town I'm in and visit family that's not too far from me. I think the farthest away I have family is like half an hour from me. So, but Christmas Eve we usually go to Christmas Eve mass, and then Christmas morning we just watch the Christmas Day Disney Christmas Day parade, which absolutely excited for this year because it's not Derek and Julianne Huff this year. Thank God. I apologize if I'm not. I apologize if anyone in the chat chat that are fans of the Huff siblings, but I've just gotten tired of seeing them every Christmas morning on the parade, and I'm glad they finally switched it up to Jennifer Goodwin, the voice of Judy Hopps, Jennifer Goodwin, and Alfonso Ribeiro. After having the Huff siblings on there as the commentator for so many years. But during the season, and I'll mention this after when we plug each other. But I usually go to the parks I'm usually around are have Christmas events. One that I go to the most. I don't know if anyone in the chat's familiar with the one I'm about to mention, but Kings Island. It is a park outside Cincinnati, Ohio, and they just brought their Christmas event back in 2017, and it's called Winterfest. They have a giant Eiffel Tower in the middle of the park, and they light it up, and it is lighted up as a giant Christmas tree, and they have uh, shows and live nativity there, and just a bunch of other stuff they have Christmas wise. But that's where I usually go during the holiday season with my family.
Very nice, Andy. And over here at my place, Christmas Eve is basically, just hang with the family. We really don't usually go out that much. We have, hors d'oeuvres. We play some games and watch Christmas movies. So that is what we'll be doing Christmas Eve, and then Christmas Day, all day pajamas. We wear what we wear to go to sleep, and we basically do that at the entire day. And that has been a tradition in the family since, um, I was a little kid. And so, very excited to do that as well. We usually have like ham. Like last year, we had like some honey baked ham, which was so amazingly good. Because honey baked is usually the best ham, in my opinion. But
Sorry.
that's what we're going to be doing for Christmas Day. That's and just hanging around the house and probably watch Christmas movies again. So,
Classic.
what about
I didn't
anybody in
say,
the chat?
I would say APP. When you said honey ham, I'm not sure if any of you or anyone in the chat's ever seen the movie Christmas with the Cranks. When you said that, reminded me of the scene where Jamie Lee Curtis's character trying to get the last hickory honey ham in the entire town, where and then she ends up getting smoked trout instead because they were completely out of the ham. Tim Allen said, "What happened to the hickory honey ham?" And she says to him, like in an evil way, "Never say the words hickory honey ham ever again." But I'm not sure if any of you guys or anyone in the chat's ever seen the movie I'm talking about.
I've seen it.
I have not.
It's okay. It's an all right movie. It's not really the best one. Basically the whole plot of the movie is Tim Allen is just tired of dealing with Christmas, and he decided he wanted to take a cruise instead, and on Christmas Day. So that he decides he's going to have a complete total boycott of the entire season, which backfires because the whole town that he lives in is trying to make him celebrate Christmas.
Very nice. Alrighty. So, I think that should be about it for Q&A. It's also getting late as well, so let us go ahead and shut it down here. Thank you, everyone, for joining us on the season 1 finale of the Amusement Park Pirates podcast. Thank you to our amazing guests, Andy from Coaster FAQs, Disney with Matthew, Tony Tower, and Murray's Adventures virtually for joining us. So once again, would you guys mind telling our viewers where they can find you? And please tell us when you will be live or any future content coming up.
Thanks.
Who wants to go first?
Sorry, say it one more time. Sorry, my sister came into the room.
Oh, I was going to say, do you want to go first, Matthew, or should I?
I think you should go.
Okay. Well, if you're anyone that's in the chat, if they would like I said at the beginning of the show, I co-run an amusement park YouTube channel. Me and my friend who wasn't on the stream, who co-runs it with me, we go all over the country, the United States, or to different amusement parks and roadside attractions. If you'd like to check us out, our most recent video that we just uploaded this morning, Eastern Standard Time, we just recently posted a show that they do at the park I mentioned earlier, Kings Island, for this year's Winterfest, called Tinker's Jingle Bell Ball. It's a bunch of the Santa's elves are trying to prepare a big ball for Santa Claus before he goes out on Christmas Eve to deliver presents. I won't spoil anything, but I recommend you watch that if you're a big fan of live theater. But I'm also I am working on a interview series that I just did this past year with the legendary theme park and ride designer, Mr. Gary Goddard. I'm not sure if anyone here is familiar with him, but his company, the Goddard Group, has worked in a bunch of stuff in the amusement park industry, and I'm mostly with the Universal parks like T2 3D, Battle Across Time, the Dudley Do Right, Ripsaw Falls at Islands of Adventure. His company actually designed a majority of Islands of Adventure at Universal in Florida. Despite the Marvel section of Islands of Adventure, anything you can think of that was built at Universal Studios Hollywood or Orlando, a majority of it was at Orlando. Him and his company have done it, and I was honored to actually have a very long discussion with him. But that the interview series with him will be coming out during what we call up north in the off season, because a lot of the parks here are closed where I'm at until March or April. So if you're interested in hearing more from him from Mr. Gary Goddard and his career and everything, check that out when it comes out later next next couple months. The plugs I have are mine and my friend's YouTube channel is Coaster Facts. That's the word coaster, FAQS, as in frequently asked questions. And as you can see on the bottom of the screen, that's our YouTube link right there. But we also have a Facebook page. We have a Twitter, or X. I still call it Twitter. We have a Facebook and Twitter page. We also have an Instagram page, and we also have a Patreon. So if you would like to help us, help support us through Patreon, that would be greatly appreciated. But also, if you want to subscribe to our channel, like APP had on the bottom of the screen there, our YouTube channel is Coaster, the word coaster, as in roller coaster, FAQS, as in frequently asked questions. So, like I said before, I let Matthew take over. He if you'd like to see more from me or my friend on our YouTube channel, check it out and check out our social media pages I just mentioned.
Very nice coasters, FHQs. Disney with Matthew. What do you got planned?
Okay. So please check out my YouTube channel, Disney with Matthew. And I have some great content, and I'm gonna try to keep posting frequently on the channel, and I'm really excited for the future to see what I'm gonna be putting out, and hopefully I can get to the 100K, and that's my dream. And and I want to keep pushing some more content, like from Disney, Universal, SeaWorld, Busch Gardens, and Fun Spot America, and that's in International Drive in Orlando. So, and also I want to check out the city, explore the city of downtown Orlando, take you guys, and that you've never seen before. So I want to put out some more content and for the streams. So and I want to try to get more mods in my community. So I really hope so, and keep pushing the vibes, and want to keep showing some maybe one day I'll show some Orlando Magic games, and have some fun on the stream, and I want to keep pushing and looking forward for the future. And also I'm also a coaster nerd, so like theme park giant, and theme park giant is a coaster nerd, and I'm a coaster nerd, and one of my favorite ones of the coasters is Cosmic Rewind, as the best one I've ever ridden in my entire life. And I also want to go head out to SeaWorld and try out the old roller coasters are still there, and some new ones, and I can't wait to ride these rides in the future streams.
Very nice, Matthew.
Mm-hmm.
And you can follow us here on the tubes at Amusement Park Pirates. You can also follow us here on our socials, right down here. We got Threads. We're on Threads, YouTube, X, Instagram, TikTok, Blue Sky. So feel free to check us out. We also coming up on our streams, we are streaming all of this week. We tune in tomorrow for our holiday Christmas trivia, followed by on Wednesday we have our second annual Yule log, and then we have on Thursday we have our very first 24-hour looped live stream featuring a Christmas fantasy parade from Disneyland Resort, something for Christmas Day, as well as on Friday. We do have a scheduled live stream coming up as well. So be sure to have all of your notifications turned on so that you can be notified when we go live or release a new video. Well, that wraps things up for us here on our podcast live stream celebrating season 1, finale of the podcast. Big thanks once again to our special guests for joining us. To our guests, it was a pleasure spending time getting to chat with you guys, and hopefully you guys join us for a future podcast, which will be hopefully announced who knows when. So we'll let everyone know if there is a season 2. We'll see. Let's see. Before we leave, Mike Skellington, good to see you. It's been a while, bud. Hope you're doing well. He says hello, everyone. So for our sponsors, we want to take a moment to thank our sponsors. So first and foremost, the Magical Coffee Company, where you can get 10% off your first purchase, where there is magic in every sip. If you love great coffee by great attractions, be sure to check them out. We also have Nick and Shannon, Ear to Their Travel, our trusted travel advisor. If you're thinking about booking your next Disney trip, Ear to Their Travel is the way to go. At no cost to you, they can help plan your dream vacation, whether it's Disney or any other destination you have in mind. Use the link below. Oh, thank you, Disney with Matthew, to submit your request and start planning your next your next dream vacation. We hope you enjoy your trip. Also, if you want to not just see myself and Disney with Matthew, but you can also check out our other friends at the Disney Streamer Network, where you can have all of your favorite streamers located in one website. Thank you to our friend Lawrence from the Park Bros, as well as Pile Adventures for creating this. So if you can drop the link for the DSN, that would be greatly appreciated, so that everyone can check out the Disney Streamer Network. Alrighty. So, to our other listeners, if you haven't already done so, please smash that like button if you haven't already done so. And feel free to I forgot my train of thought, but also thank you to our huge moderators, to our amazing mods for keeping the chats clean, engaging, and positive for anyone who enters the chat. Thank you also to our Ninja Watchers, as well as all of you for joining us. Thank you so much for an incredible season of the Amusement Park Pirates podcast and another great year. Until the next live stream, we will see you in the parks real soon. Good night, everybody. See you all tomorrow.
See.
I saw a mouse with a wizard hat, spinning dreams like acrobats. Castle high, fireworks ignite, a world of wonder every night. Sugar rush from cotton clouds, laughter echoing out loud. Disneyland, where the magic stands, spinning teacups and marching bands. Take my hand, let's never land. Theme park dreams, let's make our plans. Roller coasters, wooden screams, knots buried